It might be easier to ask who wouldn't be bored with meetings than to ask, are you bored with meetings? And on that note, we would like to open the staff meeting of Nakarin Vitya Nukra School.
For 17 years, I have been sitting here in the meeting room and observed the development of the meetings. I have seen tears, mannerisms, and other changes in the meetings for 17 years. For the past 17 years, not everyone wanted to join and be part of the meetings. At first, I was scared. I was so scared because I don't know what other negative comments they will say, the negative thoughts in my head.
In a week, I wish there were no Tuesdays. It was up to that extent. Some of us took it to Facebook, describing Tuesdays as doom days or things like that. Even when we are back with our families, it is still stuck with us, making us question ourselves, why didn't we do better?
That is a very good question. Why don't we make it better? It wouldn't be a waste if you already went through training and did not implement the training into the meetings and try to make a change at the traditional way of meetings.
In the first meeting that we implemented MIO, we used creative discussion. It was the school's executive meeting. If you ask us now how the meeting have been, I would say it has been very good. In the past year, after implementing MIO, we have dialogues, creativeness, check-in before meetings, check-out after meetings. The atmosphere has changed. There are no more tears.
There are no more anger in people's facial expression, no grudge over each other. It is very strange, but in a good way. Everyone is happy and want it to continue being this way.
This year, my team received a lot of compliments. We are now more organized and work more efficiently. The new agenda that we set up is to make everything a dialogue, more of like telling a story. During the creative discussion agenda, people didn't want to participate and stayed away from problems, being their safe zone. However, with this new version of the meeting, they know now that when they are asked, they are expected to clarify what they say. They stop assuming that they will be belittled. When we have ideas and listen to others' ideas, when ideas are exchanged, it is like helping each other doing a jigsaw.
A few months after we set up the system, we have to be patient for things to settle in. After that, we give them time to adjust and not to rush them. When a miracle happens in the meeting of the school's executives, of course you will see it being implemented in smaller meetings or even other big meetings. Who wouldn't want to come out from unhappiness? And not only that, we only saw that working efficiently have increased greatly in all departments.
In a smaller group of meetings, such as homeroom teachers' meetings, the atmosphere is even worse. There are different groups of people, workers, not executive head. They don't have to hold back on things. They say whatever they feel. Before, when they don't want to join the meetings, they just don't attend. But when the meeting style is changed to PLC or professional learning community, they all started to feel more positive and want to attend the meeting. The MIO complements the PLC way of meeting, making it more efficient. When you attend the meeting with something to share instead of just being there, it's totally different. Now they feel like they are proud of their work, want to present and talk to others. Before, no one wanted to talk or compliment, but today it's a different story. We used to divide between academic teachers and activity teachers. The division between both sides were very clear. They do not participate in others' activities. It made working together difficult. People felt awkward and hesitant when working together. They are afraid they would be belittled by each other. But after talking and working together more often, implementing mindfulness in our work, it made working easier for everyone. Now everyone felt as one, even if they worked in different departments.
Kindergarten teachers spend their time after class for a meeting. During the day, we do not have time to talk with one another. Mostly we stay close to the children, have lunch with them, put them to bed, sing lullabies, write notes to parents. Therefore, we don't communicate with each other. So we use the time during our meeting to discuss about our mistakes at work. But by the time we get to the actual point of what we discuss, we tend to talk about other unrelated things, and sometimes the meetings would end up at 7 p.m. Since we start practicing MIO, we know how to control ourselves and to be listeners. It is gradually getting better and starting to work. We now listen to each other more, not like before where everyone is more self-centered and had a lot of ego. Sometimes we are all too tired. Sometimes we all just want to talk. It is like as soon as we start talking, we say the wrong things, use the wrong words, causing people to be upset. But now before we start our meetings, we sit and meditate and practice MIO.
At our present situation, you might wonder if it is really a meta skill. I would say it is not, because as we speak, there are other departments still working to prepare for the event. Before we used teachers as MC, but this year we made some changes and used students instead. I told the students that they have to be mindful when they speak. If your eyes start moving around, it means you are losing your mindfulness when you speak. They need to be aware and mindful of what they are doing. Both teachers and students need to learn the skill of knowing their breath, knowing their actions.
Frankly speaking, I am a hot-tempered person. After I join MIO training class, I feel much more calm. You only gain from practicing mindfulness. MIO training doesn't require you to sit and pray or meditate in front of a Buddha statue. I'm always worried about everything. Whatever the work is, I am always worried and stressed. When I get too stressed, I faint. This happens once a week. I have this problem since I was in grade 7. That time I was 12 years old. Now I'm nearly 30. Once I started practicing MIO, I feel like I can let go a lot of things. I feel less stressed. I try to relax more by taking deep breaths when I feel stressed. Now 5 months have passed, and I didn't faint once. The symptom has not shown up for 5 months now.
The meeting is now coming to an end. Before we leave, I would like to remind everyone about one thing. Even if the meeting has ended, but you don't have to stop living your lives with mindfulness.